Frost on the fang, moon carves the spine. Wolves in the distance name you in the ground. Old blood turning, answering the howl. The curse of Kveldov runs black in the vein, teeth in the marrow, claw in the brain. Beneath the cold sky, the man splits in two. The curse of Kveldov is waking in you. He wore the wolf skin, stitched with bone and hair. Ash on his eyelids, war smoke in his stare. Iron rang like thunder, shields cracked in his hand. He broke like a storm front across the screaming land. The curse of Kveldov runs black in the vein, teeth in the marrow, claw in the brain. Beneath the cold sky, the man splits in two. The curse of Kveldov is waking in you. By fire's last flicker, he spat into the flame. Oaths for my blood seed, remember my name. When moon climbs the tree line, when red stains the snow, his spirit walks prowling where his grandsons go. Bone breaker, night taker, ancestor of rain. Blood shaper, change the coming end. In dream, his eyes burn yellow and wild. He marks the heart of every unborn child. The curse of Kveldov runs black in the vein, teeth in the marrow, claw in the brain. Beneath the cold sky, the man splits in two. The curse of Kveldov is waking in you. Wind in the timber, footprints in frost. Follow them, follow, till all name is lost. Under the wolf moon, old blood breaks through. Kveldov is watching from inside of you. stone, ravens in a circle, as if the sky itself held back its breath. Came at dusk, blood thick on the floor. Midwife shaking, eyes turned to the door. A shadow first, then shoulders like a bear. Huge black hair, teeth already bared. Grimace stood still, one hand on his sword. Cold sweat, warm joy, fighting in one word. Sun on his tongue, curse in his chest. Giant newborn crying like a threat. Birth of the ugly one, mounted in a cradle. Storm in his lungs, Odin's battle man. Or hammer for the battles yet to come. Birth of the ugly one, family fire and funerals. Nobody else blood. Nobody else general. Nobody else blood. Dreamer's blood, gamer's shame, both carved in the same young name. Women crossed in the same, both carved in the same young name. Women cross signs wouldn't meet his eyes. This is not a child, but a wolf in disguise. Screamer laughed once, but his knuckles turned white, holding that weight that would grow into a fight. He saw his line in the cut of that joy. Glory and ruin braided in one law. If you bring doom, you bring it for me. He kissed that brow like a sworn enemy. Born from a broken star. Egil, 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 too strong for the cradle bar. Blessing blade, same steel, same shade. Father's fear is the forge of the his lashes, red on his hands. 7 winters old, small boots in the sand. Toy boats on the river, drift into the gray. A stone hits his shoulder, he won't look away. Teeth like a wolf pup, breath turning steam. Heart beats a war drum, too loud for a dream. His playmate is laughing, spits in his face. The world narrows down to a single place. Childhood rage, roaring in a broken cage. Tiny hands around the axe, half shaking. Childhood rage, storm before the man is made. See the blood red path he's taking. Still in the woodpile, handle chewed and worn. He drags it from shadows as the sky goes torn. One step, then another, footprints in a row. A gull starts screaming like it already knows. Hear the heart song breaking, mother's voice turned thin. Father at the doorway, war already found him. This is not a child's blow. The village stares, afraid. A boy stands over silence, learning what is made. Childhood rage, roaring in a broken cage. Tiny hands around the axe, half shaking. Childhood rage, storm before the man is made. See the blood red path he's taking. Oars bite the tide. Shields along the rail. 2 names on the wind. Egil. Firstborn flame, you walked out front with a raven banner, steel bright gaze. Your laugh cut clean through the winter air. I was the across the coast like hungry wolves. You raised your sword, sunlight burning hot along the edge. Stay at my side, you said, half smile, live or be legend. We go together, we go together. Brothers in blood, in battle, in bone, shoulder to shield, we carve our own saga. Call out my name and I stand like stone. Egil and Thor off bound in the hammer's honor. Brothers in blood. Why-yo, wah-ah-eh-ah-eh-oh-eh-oh, brothers in brothers in brothers in blood. Brothers in blood. Brothers in low clouds gather, salt wind biting. Wood creaks, rope strain, steel at our sides. Egil grips the shield real tight, scars like maps on his hands. Thor laughs at the rises, braces, blood watches off in these lands. Thor stands at the carved brow, I speaks where the stormlight breaks. Our blood checks every knot, every nail, counting the risk we take. Voyage to Norway, oars beat hard like war drums rolling. Storms ahead, but the fear stays broken. For Harold's foes, our steel is showing. Voyage to Norway, cold black waves keep the keel from sleeping. Swear the sea will remember us singing. Voyage to Norway. Kingsmen wait on the distant shore, golden ash in their wake. We serve the names as bad as curse, striking the hand that takes. Seabirds circle like watching gods, runes carved deep on the mast. Fate is caught, but the hand still swings. Eagle mutters, row fast. Oh, call the wind, old one eye, guide us. Oh, call the deep, old serpent, hide us. Torchlight on the rising foam, strangers there, but the hate feels Oars beat hard like war drums rolling. Storms ahead, but the fear stays broken. For Harold's foes, our steel is showing. Voyage to Norway. Voyage to Norway. Smoke on the sea, oars bite, breath held, Atli rises, black rock, wet kelp, cold hell. Sand in the teeth, salt in the wound. Shields ring, earth shakes, they gapes like a tomb. Names on the wind, blown out, forgotten. His still uncarved, but his blood runs rotten. Still in his palm, handle worn smooth. He hums an old verse, lets the rhythm choose. First rush, then roar. Foot hits the shore, every footstep forward burns one bridge more. Bard of Atli, sing the stormy brought. How the gulls fell silent when his axe found thought. Name carved crooked in the island bone. Bard of Atli, let the dead intone. He cuts through color, all red. Breath like a furnace, flecked with dread. A jaw in his elbow, a spear in his side. He laughs, bites the half, makes the sharpened oak slide. Word runs quicker than a ship on the swell. Egil, the breaker, that boy is a bell. Each body he topples rings out that sound. Soon even cowards taste it in the ground. Hell tilt, handshake, who dares his path? Even the bold ones measure his wrath. Bard of Atli, sing the stormy broad. How the gulls fell silent when his axe found thought. Name carved crooked in the island bone. Bard of Atli, let the dead intone. Bard of Atli, let the dead intone. Bard of Atli, let the dead intone. Hear the hush before him, boot on broken mail. Hear the island answer with a grinding hail. Not a king, not yet, just a sharpened youth. But the sea starts keeping ledger of his truth. Ow! stand on the throne. Whispers coil like smoke around the gilded hall. Brothers bow with bright eyes, daggers in them all. Shields are broken, Norway shakes with words unspoken. Feasts grow quiet as the goblets rise. Laughter sounds like thunder, hiding battle cries. Harold feels the frost creep beneath his mail. Trust once carved in granite, now a splinter tail. Coast, my kinsmen, guard the wounded shore. Harold counts their footsteps, fewer than Snow on the mail coats, steel in the morning breath. Ravens already circling, counting the coming death. Thorolf, broad-shouldered, laugh on his weathered face, says, "Brother, hold the banner high," and walks into the haze. Shields like a timber wall, drums like a broken heart. I feel the earth withdraw, I feel the sky grow dark. Oh, my brother, the breaker of spears, you walked into thunder, you swallowed A sword finds the gap in your guard. I'll watch it bloom in your chest instead. Your eyes still burning bright. You stagger, then you smile. Brother, live long enough to hate them. You fall in slow denial. On your quiet eyes, smoke climbs a crimson path into the winter sky.
Or step in morning, sea carries you from my shore.
Brother, sail beyond the storm. I'll bring them to your door. Circle over its snow, brother. Your helm lies split in the frost. In the smoke of the slain, I trace your name in ash. Egil, son of Skallagrim, stands hand on the broken haft, herald on his stolen throne. Gun-hilled with the serpent smile, you feasted while his blood ran cold. I drink that memory light by her. Oath of vengeance, carved in bone and burning bark. By steel and storm I brand your names into the dark. Herald the hill, hear this calm and final breath. I walk the long road measured step I take. Let your dreams fill with the silence I will make. Black shore, cold oars, smoke on the teeth of the sea, your name on the wind. Broken, I taste iron in the snow. Raven tracks circle where your blood let go. My hands still stained from the last war band. Now empty, only weight is what I cannot carry. Scalabrim's grief on an anvil of stone. Every blow I strike says you are gone. Son of my storm, taken out of my hand. So I forge my sorrow into steel for this land. The hall is quiet, your bench holds only dust. Your cup still bitter with the ghost of our trust. I hear you laugh in the creak of the roof beams, then silence like the sea when it kills its own. Come, boy, stand beside my rage. Take the tongs, feed the fire in its cage. We save our hate to a red and roaring it, until the ore remembers every face it will sever. Stroke after stroke, we drown out the world. Your shadow dances in the sparks that were. Father, you say nothing, but your jaw is dead. We strike together till the steel forgets to be wet. hair and cloak. Chains bite the wrist. Night leans close to listen. Stone Hall of York, torch grease on the shields. Wolf banners hanging over butchered hopes. Eirik on his throne rings bright as fresh wounds. Crow feather cloak, eyes like winter surf. They drag me in, crowd spits my name. Egil Skallagrimson, bent but not broken. My tongue is my axe, my breath, last blade. I taste the gall and answer in my head. Ojo bidde gatlar, helgar kindir, stiger nær, lyder mine morðum. They want a grovel, I bring a saga. They thirst for blood, I pour them words. One night to barter, one skull to spare. I carve each line on the inside of my bones. Of Valjo's head ransom rising, word against sword in the Wolf King's hall. Of Valjo, let the death bright thunder for this bark skull. Guards up the door. Steel noses every breath. I count their steps to measure out each verse. Ravens outside shift on the rafters, waiting to dine on the poet or the king. I weep his praise like a net of gold. My strength, hide the hook of scorn. Seeking Stormbreaker, I dress his hunger in honor. So when he smiles, he swallows my defiance. Trajustri Ragnar Boga and Brother Stanley. Tongue cuts cleaner than any spearhead. Measure by measure, I march from the grave. I raise a fortress built of breath. Every brick a name he longs to hear. Of Valjo, that ransom rises. Word against sword in the Wolf King's hall. Oh, Valjo, let the death cries thunder, for this archstone shall not roll at dawn. The morning seeps in gray through arrow slits. I stand alone before the blood axe. Crowd holds its lungs, still waits to sing. I open my mouth and lose the storm. Full of sin fair, heavy downtown. Leave it skull, I'll leave it mother. sound, each carrying a jewel, each stamps a shield. Silence breaks on the rough bed, even ravens pause, need the wing to listen. Like fear, Skuld walks away, neck still warm. Awful Jove rings on in the halls. Blood in the shield rim. Egil walks barefoot through the ruin of Eirik's skin. Axes hang heavy, wet with the red steam. Ravens hop closer, picking at the last rag. Smoke to those skulls, we raise them higher. Bone upon bone, a cold white fire. Faces of foes stacked to the sky. Mounted those skulls, remember why you died. Egil's voice, gravel and ash. He took my brothers, now his banners are hacked to trash. Skulls on the spear points, jawbone split and bare. Eyes once full of orders, now only dirt and air. Maybe one Eirik's gods on the unmarked. Skull on skull, stone and frost. Count the blood, mark the time. stood in the smoke of the feast, ash in his hair, ale on his breath, a veil still smelling of funeral herbs, her fingers cold in his hand. The hall watched the widow and groom, two ghosts in the glow of the fire. He spoke of oaths of keeping her safe, and tasted iron on the world. Asgard's love is a blade in my side, soft as her hands, sharp as my pride. I take her name and the weight of his grave. Asgard's love, both the wound and the He led her through fields that were his now, ridges he'd fought to defend, cattle and ships, rings on his arm, her fortune stitched to his skin. But nights, when the candles burned low, she whispered his brother's name. He turned to stone, breathing her scent, caught between comfort and shame. Asgard's love is a blade in my side, soft as her hands, sharp as my pride. I take her name and the weight of his grave. Asgard's love, both the wound and the way. Brother, are you listening? She sleeps on my chest, your cloak on our bed, your ghost at my back. I share your blood, I share your bride. I carry your spear, she carries your spring on the hills, frost in our home, children at play in the yard. She laughs and the silence returns. Her gaze drifts over my scar. He walks by her side in her memory. I walk by her side in this world. I claimed her gold, I claimed her hand, but not the depths of her heart. Egil's bones ache, but the oars still answer. North wind,
Hear my promise.
salt on his scars, ice in his beard, ribs like broken shields. Still he rose, grave dark sea grinding under the keel. Every wave, an old enemy's name. Fjords rise like teeth, biting at the sky. Ravens follow, waiting for a feast. He laughs once, bitter as black ale. Not yet, I have work to finish. The final voyage, curse on Eric, by ore and blood, by bone and breed. Horsehead rising, runes are burning, king and witch wife hunted by the death. The final voyage, curse on Eric, by sea and storm, by wolf and wreath, old Egil calls. The gods are turning. On the prow, he carves the gallows horse. Wood chips fly like snow in a gale. Red thread knots around its broken neck. Each tight pull, a coil around their face. He spits in the wake for my sons, for every fallen friend, for every stolen hoe. Moon climbs pale on his ruined face, eyes like embers staring into Norway. The final voyage, curse on Eirik, by ore and blood, by bone and breed. Horsehead rising, runes are burning, king and witch wife hunted by their death. The final voyage, curse on Eirik, by sea and storm, by wolf and wreath, old Egil calls. The gods are turning. Hear the old man's oath, gun-hiled spellweaver. Feel the knot in your throat by stone and storm, by ash and iron, by the drowned who drift beside me. I plant this head on your waking shore. May every dawn desert your doors. Let the meat turn sour. Let the gold grow cold.
Let the wolves at night
circle your horn until your crown falls like rust into the sea, into the dark. The final voyage, curse on Eirik, by ore and blood, by bone and breath. Horsehead rising, runes are burning, king and witch wife hunted by their death. The final voyage, curse on Eirik, by sea and storm, by wolf and wreath, old Egil calls. The gods are turning. rose on a high seat, ash in my beard, stone where my eyes were, sea in my ears. I count the gone by the weight in my chest, 2 oars missing from the boat of my breath. I named them like thunder, I raised them like spears. They fell like the summer, cut down in their years. Their laughter still finds me in the cracks of the hall, like waves in the night tide that never quite fall. Lament of the old berserker, I roar, but the sky stays still. My blood remembers battle, my hands remember kill, yet nothing on any shoreline that's broken me like this. Sun's taken from my table like foam from a wave's last hiss. I gave spells to the ravens, I gave blades to the storm. I paid every debt in silver and in torn flesh worn. But the price for my children was carved in my spine. I bend when I walk now, yet I will not bend in my mind. Dark fjord below me, cold rock at my heel. Salt wind is calling, drummers sing to seal these stars in the black deep, and this old man's war. One step and I'm falling, where steel cannot follow anymore. Shall I slip from the cliff edge? Shall I drown in the whale road grave, or stand here a broken oak and spit in the face of the waves? Lament of the old berserker, I roar, but the sky stays still. Lament of the old berserker, I roar, but the sky light of the gallows. Do you wear your noble's heart? Is there room on your bench for one more turn of If I hang by my memories, if I swing from my keef, let the rope be my order, let the knot be my belief. Pity's tired on my tongue now, old wounds waking in the bone. Every breath a winter, every thought a storm. My boys, my brave ones, I follow, but I'm bound. I walk into the black hole. snow, I die as I live, unbroken in the blow.